Hi everyone, it's Brothers Picking Time. This is Guitar for Contemplation. One of my students came up with this. I liked it a lot, so I'm going to use it here. And I'll give it a shout out to her a little bit later. But point is that this is a G and a D. Okay? And so when we worked on this, she had come up with the original. She had changed it actually within the lesson. It used to be just a G, just a full G being strummed all the way up and down, and a D. And then she kind of changed it when I started talking about controlling her strumming hand. She changed it to be hitting the bass a lot, and then hitting the higher notes, right? And that was, in her mind, that signified that she had an aha moment. Okay, so she was kind of thinking about something in the lower stages, and then she's like, oh, and it was kind of a neat thing that she was to kind of get inside of her mind and understand what a young girl is thinking. But Eliza was doing this very well the other day. So Eliza, good job, very good job. And this was about G, I'm sorry, and we're going, and we're just hitting. Oh, let me get into the quad view so you can see what we were doing. This is the bottom left corner, and she's just kind of hitting the top 2 or 3 strings. It doesn't really matter which ones necessarily when you're at home practicing, but this is it. When she gets into the D chord, and if you look at the top right corner, this is the D string here, and she's hitting just those 2 middle strings, the D and the G, and then she's coming down to hit the 2 bottom strings, the high E and the B. So she's got quite a bit of control happening, for on the strumming hand here, and it's really kind of neat that she came up with this. And actually, I'm not sure who actually said contemplation, the word contemplation, but we were talking about what the feeling was that it sounded like, and it just came up somehow that it was kind of a thought process that then came to its end. So, in other words, she had a thought, she was wondering about something, and then the answer came to her, and that was the brightness of the higher strings. I just really thought that was really cool. So the creativity of children is unbelievable. And this just signifies to me contemplation. And she's breaking up the chord. She's not moving too much, but she's breaking up the chord. And I hope that she and maybe even you out back home in Webland can come up with something like this, or just use this and come up with your own lyrics for it, because it seems like it really lends itself well to some words. To do it really slowly here, to change the tempo a little bit, if you look at the top right corner, we're watching the strumming hand here, and it's really thought that was nice, and I hope you guys enjoy this as well. Working on the right hand. The strumming hand is what I would call the creative side. So the fretting hand, and it's not an absolute here. I'm not saying all or nothing, but the fretting hand is more binary or more on and off. It's either right or wrong. You either make a chord correctly, however you're trying to make it, or you don't. The right hand, though, or the strumming hand, whichever, if you're right or left-handed, the strumming hand, you can do all kinds of things creatively with using different strumming patterns, palm mutes, this kind of thing. So that's what we're kind of working on this week, is trying to be creative with the right hand and not moving the left hand or so much. And so let me say it another way. This week we're working on working the strumming hand, right? The creative part of the strumming hand, and leaving the fretting hand not moving so much, or we're keeping it more static. We're not moving between 4 chords. We're moving between 2 chords maybe. For some of my really early beginners, we're just staying in 1 chord. It doesn't really matter. We're not moving the fretting hand very much. We're really focusing on the strumming hand, okay? So work on that, guys. Watch this over and over. Spend some time on it. Get better. Be proud of yourself and what you're doing. You are worth it to continue working on this until you get it, okay? It may not be easy for you, but you can do it if you continue to try. And I want you to continue to try no matter what people are saying, whether it's siblings or whatever. If they don't like what it sounds like, go somewhere else and play. But don't stop playing. Get behind your guitar every single day, okay? I'll see you guys soon.